for joining me. Welcome to TJ's Maths Clinic. Still on WAEC 2025 for school candidate. This is General Mathematics, that is Core Mathematics, Paper 2, May June, Section B. With us here is question 7. Let's consider this question 7. This question 7 carries 12 marks rather. Let's look at this question 7. Yaru drove from a town, Gaja, to Banga. After 2 hours in the journey, he observed that he had covered 80 kilometers and realized that if he continued driving at the same average speed, he will end up being late 15 minutes. If he decided to increase the average speed by 10 kilometers per hour, he will arrive at Baga 36 minutes earlier. We are asked to find the distance between the two towns, that's Gaja and Banga. So let's consider this question. First thing to do, you have to understand when we talk about late and earlier. When somebody is late, meaning more time will be required. Meaning this 15 minutes, we have to add it to the time. But when somebody is earlier, you have to minus the time now. Like we have to minus the 36 from the required time. But the first thing for us to do, we have to draw from a town, Gaja, to Banga. So there are two towns here. We have Gaja, then Banga. So first thing to do, we have to recall, let's write down the solution that speed or average speed is nothing but total distance covered divided by the total time taken. Or we can say average speed now is nothing but distance divided by time. That's the total distance covered divided by the time taken. So the first instance, we are trying to find the average speed now, which is S. The distance is 80 kilometers divided by 2 hours. 2 here 1, 2 here 40. That will be 40 kilometers per hour. This will be the speed. And we are told that if you continue using this speed, he will be late by 15 minutes. But if he increase the speed, he will arrive the Baga on time. Okay? So, first thing to do, the question says, if he continue driving at the same average speed, if he continue driving at 40 kilometers per hour, he will be what? He will be late 15 minutes. That late means you add. So, and we know that time, t, is nothing but distance divided by what? Speed. Very important. But this time, if you continue at this speed, he will be late 15 minutes, meaning he will need more additional time. So this time t, we have to add 15 minutes. Convert that 15 minutes to hour. That will be 15 divided by 60. Of course, it will be 0.25. Will now be equals to the distance. We are looking for distance now between the two towns, Baja and Baga, divided by the speed, which is 40 kilometers per hour. Very important. This is the first instance. So the word late here, meaning if somebody is late, meaning the person needs more time. So the 15 minutes, we have to add it to the time t because of the word late. But if it is earlier, we have to subtract. Very important. So let's collect that time here. We have t will now be equals to the distance d divided by 40 minus 0.25. Let's call this equation 1. Very important. Permit me to clean this side. The next thing to do now, the question now say, if you decide to increase the average speed, that's from 40 kilometers by 10 kilometers per hour now, it means the new average speed now, new average speed will now be equals to 40 plus 10. That will be 50 kilometers per hour. Of course, he has increased the speed. So, of course, the time will what? Will reduce. Very important. So, t now, this 36 minutes converted to hour divided by 60, that will be 36 divided by 60. That will be 0.6. It will be minus 0.6. The reason why we are minus is if he increase the speed, the time will be less, meaning the time will reduce. Very important. So this will now be the distance d now. You know, distance is fixed. Distance will not change, it's fixed, but the time and speed can change. Divided by the new average speed now is 50. Very important. So let's connect these two equations. We can clean the question. We are asked to find the distance between Baja and Baga. So let's collect light time at this point. T now will be equals to G divided by 50 plus 0.6. If we take this to this side, it will be plus 0.6. We can call this equation 1, equation 2 rather. So you can see clear that we can equate these two equations. T is equals to this time T is equals to, we can equate the two and find the distance D. So let's move here. From here, we can see that D divided by 40 minus 0.25 will be equals to D divided by 50 plus 0.6. Our aim is to find the distance D now. We are using D for distance. Very important, okay? Let's find the LCM. What will be the LCM of 40 and 50? Of course, it will be 200. So we multiply through by 200. That will be 200 times the distance D divided by 40 minus 200 times 0.25 will now be equals to 200 times the distance D divided by 50 plus 0.6 times 200. That's the LCM now. Very important. Okay. So let's clear the fraction. 40 here, 1. 200 divided by 40. That will be 5 times D. That will be 5D minus 200 times 0.25. That is minus 50. Will now be equals to, here is 50. 50 here is 1. 200 divided by 50. That will be 4 times D. That's 4D plus 200 times 0.6. That will be 120. So at this point, we collect light time. So we are looking for D. So let me bring 4D to the other side. That will be 5D minus 4D, because this is plus D plus 4D. Crossing the equal sign will be minus. That will now be 120. This is minus 50. Crossing the equal sign, it will be plus 50. 5D minus 4D will be left with D. That's the distance now. Will be equals to 120 plus 50. Of course, that will be 170 kilometers. So this is said to be the distance. We conclude that the distance now, we are asked to find the distance between Baja to Baga. So the distance, therefore, we conclude, therefore, the distance between Bagaja and Banga is 170 kilometer, because distance is measured either in meter or kilometer. But since the question is given in kilometer, we use kilometer. So this is said to be the solution to this question 7. 170 kilometer. Thank you for watching. Please do share this to your learned colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to TJ's Maths Clinic for more interesting videos. In my next video, God's willing, we'll look at question 8, question 9, 10 in that order. Thank you for watching.